Hello and welcome to Mellow Labs. The other day I went over to a local charity shop and I picked up this desktop light, and it's basically everything I've been looking for in a desktop light. It's the right shape, it's the right size, it's the right color, it's the right color temperature. It's basically perfect apart from one glaring issue. The light switch is on the cable, which is very annoying because where I plan to have it, it would be under the desk, and I don't want to have to climb in and out from under my desk every time I want to turn the light on and off. So on today's episode, we're moving the light switch to the front and also making it smart so that I can turn it on and off using Home Assistant. So basically, we're making a damn light smart right after this message from today's sponsor. JLCPCB has exactly what you're looking for, whether you're a beginner trying to make your very first PCB or a professional looking for more advanced options. JLCPCB has you covered. Need a simple board just to bring an idea to life? They can do that. Need something a little more serious, like a transparent flexible PCB with aluminum backing and V-Rin pad for space saving and an ENIG finish? Well, JLCPCB can handle that too. Getting started is super easy. Just click and drag your Gerber files into jlcpcb.com, select what options you'd like to use, and you get an instant quote. Now I know all of that might sound really expensive, but it really isn't. Because of JLCPCB's large scale, they can bring the savings down to you, and they pretty much always have some kind of deals or coupons going on. Like right now, you can get $30 off of a 6-layer PCB, which brings the starting price down to just $2. And if you're a new user and you click the link in my description, you can get $123 in new user coupons, which makes your first few routing mistakes a lot less painful. JLCPCB does everything in-house with strict quality control at every step, and you can see that progress in your dashboard as you're waiting for your order. And for more complex boards, they'll even x-ray them and send you the images so you can see that everything is placed correctly as it should be. Check out the links in my description, and when you think PCB, think JLCPCB. Easy, affordable, and reliable. Here's my very simple plan for this project. I'm going to use a relay like this one to turn the light on and off. I'm going to use a microcontroller like this D1 Mini to tell the relay to turn the light on and off. And I'm going to use a push button like this one with a 10K resistor to tell the microcontroller to tell the relay to turn the light on and off. And all of this will be powered by this teeny weeny power supply, which can supply 5 volts at 750 milliamps, which is a tiny amount of power, but it's enough to power everything here. And here is the very basic wiring diagram for this project. So we've got the live and neutral coming in through the relay and going straight to the bulb so we can turn it on and off, and then splitting off for the power supply, which steps it down to 5 volts, which we can feed into the ESP and to the relay. Now the relay does say it's a 3-volt relay, but I did check the data sheet and it does support a 5-volt input, so we should be all good. And then the ESP also will step down the 5 volts to 3.3 volts, which we can use with the 10K resistor to go into D7, which will be used for our button. So we'll be pulling up D7, and when we press the button, we'll be pulling it down to ground, which will tell the ESP that we've pushed the button and we'd like the relay to click and turn the light on. So now let's have a look inside the lamp and see how much space we have to fit all this stuff in. Oh, I don't know why, but I did not expect there to be a chunk of concrete in the bottom of the lamp. It makes sense because like you want to be able to move the neck without the base moving around. Does it come out of here? Oh, it does come out. Okay, that's good. Maybe I can like chip some of this away to make space. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to cut the cable anyway. I guess anywhere along here will be fine. Here goes nothing. Right, how hard is this block? I can chip it, so that's good. How much space do I need? I need that to be here so that where the power goes in, it can go straight in there. I need the relay to also be somewhat close. And I still need that because that's like most of the support for the actual light. So basically, I need most of the space. I have decided that breaking parts of this off in chunks with a hammer and a screwdriver that will be used as a chisel, even though I'm not supposed to do that, is probably my best shot. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Okay, so I think I'm left with a couple of options. Number one is glue this back together, put it back in the lamp and pretend none of this ever happened. Number two is like remodel this in Fusion and make room for all of the bits I want to add, and also leave little channels that maybe I can in the future add some concrete. So if I feel like it's not heavy enough, I can add some weight to it. I think I might do that. Maybe I can 3D scan this. Let's try 3D scanning it. I think I have something usable. I am still not as good at 3D scanning as I would like to be, but I have picked up a couple things that are useful. Keep out of the way of the sun. When I was trying to scan things on my desk previously, the light from the window was just basically swamping the sensor, and that's why the 3D models ended up losing tracking and looked like poop. And also use markers. Just use a lot of them. I like to be sparing with them just because you know, I'm cheap, I don't want to waste them, so I end up reusing them a lot, but put a lot more markers on your model than you think you'll need. You'll thank me later. So far, the few models that I have done this way, being under my desk, they've turned out okay. Not the best, but okay, like usable. I still have no idea what I'm doing on the software side of things. I'm still figuring that out. Okay, cool. So I've sent that off to the printer. We have about an hour before that's done and we can actually test the fit. So let's use this time wisely and start putting together the actual electronics for this, so that later when that's printed, we should be able to just drop everything in and it should work out of the box. It won't, but you know, a girl can dream. So let's start wiring this up together. Okay, well that only took about 15 minutes and we still have about 45 minutes to go on the print. So I guess next step is to actually check if it all works together. So I'm just going to flash ESPHome on here and get it to clickety-clack the relay. The script has been flashed, so we should be able to, I don't have a button connected yet because it has to go through the hole before I can solder it on, but theoretically, oh, just the contact isn't great. Okay, but it does work. Okay, so we've got, it should be a toggle. On. Oh my god, come on. Off. The touching of the two wires is not great, but it works. I guess now I just have to wait for the actual 3D print because I can't connect the main live wires before it's in the enclosure. So the print should be done in like the next 10-ish minutes, hopefully. Oh, never mind. I just got the notification saying the print's finished. Look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. Gimme. Gimme. Hi. I'm honestly giving this like 35% chance of fitting on the first go. I did have to use some supports because of the bit that holds the actual lamp on. So this should fit in here. I already screwed up. I didn't cut out the lip for this, so it's just flat. That's annoying. Do the screw holes line up? They line up, but they're like ever so slightly offset, but that's good enough. Will this fit into here? It does. It's a little bit big, but that shouldn't matter because this goes in here and then this goes in here, and then we can attach it with the washer and this bit. Okay, well, it fits and it sits, and now will this nice and lovely fit in here? It does. That's not the worst. I need to tighten the screw, but yeah. It fits, it sits. Lovely.
So I need all of these components to be on here. Oh, I still need to drill a hole in this for the button. How did I forget that? I need it to be like bang on in the middle, otherwise it's going to annoy the absolute crap out of me. How does one find middle of a circle? I don't really want it in the middle, or maybe I want it like a little bit closer to here. I think that's about right. Also, yes, I do realize I'm using a red button on a yellow base. Personally, I do kind of like the contrast, but if I don't like it in the future, I can also get a different button. They do make these ones in yellow, but I think the red will be okay. So now I just have to drill into it. Yay. Please don't wander off the mark. Yep. Beautiful. That's exactly what I like. And now I have a step bit, which will give me the right size for the hole I need, which is about 10 on here is where I'm trying to go. I'll do this on the edge of the desk. Okay, button. Button doesn't fit. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So I'm gonna need you to be here, you to be around here, and you to be about there. Bring out the hot glue gun. Hot glue is also an insulator, so do with that information as you please. Let's hope we never have to update the firmware, because that is going to be impossible to plug the USB into. We can now solder the button on. Okay, so now I need to... Should I run the power wire first? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it took a lot of concentration, but I think I've done all of the high voltage wiring, and hopefully it's all correct. I am definitely not an authority figure in how to do anything to do with AC, so do not repeat anything I do. I do it because I'm a professional idiot. Right, let's power it on. On. Okay, that's a good sign. Oh, I got worried because my hot glue gun is currently smoking in front of here. Oh. Heck yes. Okay, it works. Sweet. Ha! Yes. Okay, cool. Let's close this up so I never have to look at it again. Unplug it first. Oh, fuck. I was supposed to put the washer and the bolt onto the wire before soldering it on. Fuck! That's very annoying. That's incredibly annoying, because now I have to... Oh, I just put hot glue on all that. Okay, well, that was not ideal, but I spliced the wires, I put the bits on, I screwed it down tight, and I put the wires back together with some solder and heat shrink tubing. It's not perfect, but it will do the job. I now need to weave this onto here, and now put all of that into this, plus into this enclosure. And we can screw it down with the original screws. Okay, and that should be it. Turn it on and see if it still functions. Okay, good sign. Heck yes. All right, cool. Let me clean up this mess and then we can conclude. There we go. It's all nice and clean now, and there it is. It's
exactly what I wanted. I can now push a button to turn the light on and push a button to turn it off without having to get in under the desk. And I can also do it through Home Assistant as well. I have an automation at night that when I hold the button down that's next to my bed, it turns off all of the lights in the house. So even if I leave this on, it will just turn itself off. So that's nice. So if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to do all the things down below. And if you'd like to support the channel and the things that I do here, consider supporting me over on Patreon and get your name on that blackboard behind me. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.